Hello and welcome to Your English Story. Today, we bring you the incredible and dangerous story of Pablo Escobar, the most famous drug lord in history. He was once one of the richest men in the world, but his life was full of crime, power, and danger. Was he a hero or a villain? Let's find out in this exciting story. Pablo Escobar was born on December 1st, 1949 in Colombia, South America. His family was poor, and young Pablo dreamed of becoming rich and powerful. As a teenager, he started stealing cars and selling fake lottery tickets. He wanted money, and he didn't care how he got it. But Pablo didn't want to be a small-time criminal. He wanted to be the biggest and most powerful man in Colombia. In the 1970s, Pablo discovered a new way to make millions of dollars, selling cocaine. Cocaine was illegal, but people in the United States wanted it. Pablo started smuggling huge amounts of cocaine from Colombia to the U.S. His business grew fast. He created the Medellin cartel, a criminal organization that controlled 80% of the world's cocaine trade. He made so much money that he could not count it all. He had to hide cash in farms, houses, and even underground. At his peak, Pablo Escobar was making $60 million per day. He was one of the richest men in the world, but with money came violence. Pablo would do anything to protect his empire. Pablo was not just a criminal. Many poor people in Colombia loved him. He built houses, schools, and hospitals for them. He gave money to the poor and helped families in need. Some people called him Robin Hood because he shared his wealth. But others knew the truth. Pablo Escobar was a dangerous man. He ordered the deaths of policemen, judges, and politicians who tried to stop him. He even bombed airplanes and attacked government buildings. By the 1980s, he had thousands of enemies, but he was still the king of cocaine. The war against Escobar. The Colombian government and the United States wanted to stop Pablo Escobar. In 1991, he made a deal with the government. He agreed to go to prison, but it was not a normal prison. It was called La Catedral, and it was a luxury prison built by Pablo himself. He had a casino, a nightclub, and even a zoo inside the prison. He continued running his drug empire from behind bars. The government knew they had to stop him for good. The final chase. In 1992, Pablo escaped from prison, and the Colombian police began the biggest manhunt in history. For 16 months, Pablo hid in different places. He used secret tunnels and safe houses to escape. But on December 2nd, 1993, the police finally found him in Medellin. There was a shootout. Pablo tried to escape across the rooftops, but he was shot and killed. His empire collapsed and his legend was over. Legacy, hero, or villain? Even today, people have different opinions about Pablo Escobar. Some see him as a monster, a man who brought violence, drugs, and crime to the world. Others see him as a hero, a man who helped the poor and fought against the government. His story is both fascinating and terrifying. What do you think? Was Pablo Escobar a hero or a villain? That was the story of Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine. Did you enjoy this story? If yes, like, share, and subscribe to Your English Story for more exciting stories. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.